Now to the latest on the crisis in Syria and that ceasefire. The clock is running out with both sides, the Turks and the Kurds, accusing each other of violating the deal. I want to show you images that are just coming in this morning. The Kurds seen here in the streets throwing objects at U.S. troops as they withdraw. Chief Global Affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz has more. She's there in Washington for us. Good morning, Martha.
Good morning, Robin. The Pentagon now preparing options for President Trump on whether to leave several hundred American troops in Syria as the bulk of those U.S. forces are being redeployed to Iraq, and the criticism of the president's actions intensifies. Overnight, reports of clashes between Kurdish and Turkish troops in northern Syria as just hours remain in what U.S. officials hailed as a brokered ceasefire. But just moments ago, the Secretary of Defense confirming they are considering leaving more U.S. troops in country.
We have troops in towns in northeast Syria that are located next to the oil fields. The purpose is to deny access, specifically revenue, to ISIS and any other groups that may want to seek that revenue to enable their own malign activities. There has been a discussion about possibly doing it. There's been no decision with regard to numbers or anything like that. My job, the military's job, is to prepare options and then present them to the president and let him decide.
But over the weekend, Kurdish military leaders said its troops were in a defensive position, calling into question the effectiveness of the ceasefire. But Secretary of State Mike Pompeo defending the deal.
The Turks said they got everything they wanted.
Yeah, I was there. It sure didn't feel that way when we were negotiating. It was a hard-fought negotiation.
But with more than 200 killed, the Kurds now fearful of ethnic cleansing as Turkish forces move in. Secretary Pompeo saying these concerns have been addressed with Turkey.
We were very clear, and the vice president could not have been more clear when we were speaking with President Erdogan in that Turkish-controlled space, that there wouldn't be attacks on minorities, that this was about getting a ceasefire, a secure area, and that this, in fact, will save lives.
A senior U.S. official tells ABC that from the moment President Trump insisted on pulling out Americans from Syria, some military leaders have tried to convince the White House that some U.S. forces should remain, or the likelihood that ISIS returns is even greater. TJ?
All right, Martha, thank you so much this morning.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.